Alright, welcome back. It does seem like we have another blood watch that I am going to attempt to complete. Now, last time I attempted to do a solo run, and it was a solo run, but near the end there was I think a Vexor or a Stratius, I forgot, and well, they kind of ruined the whole site. But hopefully today there should be no one to disturb the peace. I am flying the Orthrus, the ship that I usually use for the anomalies. So far the ship has been working really well. Okay, that's a lot of enemy ships, and that's a lot of lag. Now let me align myself and let me burn away from them. The Blood Watch isn't really that difficult. The only, I guess, problematic ship, or in this case a drone, is that spy drone. They web you down, have very strong web. So the drone is basically the primary target, and when you kill the drone, a lot more ships will spawn in. Now I did attempt to run a Serpentis Vigil, and honestly, I almost managed to complete it. The only problem is at the second room, at the last room, there is a bunch of sentry turrets, sentry guns with heavy assault missiles. Now, they are not problematic in the sense that you can kill them. You really do need a tanky ship, a battle cruiser or a tanky cruiser in order to complete the site. I the Orthrus, while it has good DPS, it has no tank. Basically, on the I have a ancillary shield booster that I forgot to reload. Basically, I forgot to buy some capacitor batteries for it, but this ship is not really suitable for the Serpentis Vigil.
A module has run out of charges.
And I actually have skills for a Ashimu. I didn't buy one yet, but I do plan to buy an Ashimu for PvE as well, since I don't really like to fly battle cruisers. I like cruisers in this game as well, so I think a Ashimu should be able to tank a Serpentis Vigil with ease. But the Orthrus does clear everything else, literally without much of an effort. I mean, this thing has very good range, very good DPS. It's built for range, and it does have some form of tank, you can say, but I don't really rely on the tank that much. I mean, it's an Orthrus, they're paper ships regardless of what you build them for. They're paper ships anyway, so it's fast and definitely does work really well. Now I'm playing as a alpha clone, and for an alpha clone this thing does work really well. I actually forgot what is the other ship that you can fly as an alpha with good high DPS. I figured to go with the Orthrus because I already have quite the experience with this thing. But you do plan to fly other ships. But at the moment the Orthrus is just the ideal ship for the job. Very soon I'll start to do some Sister of Eve missions, because I think they're quite interesting and they can give some good stuff, so I really want to check those out. Not really sure what ship I'll use for those. I think I'll just use something cheap. Basically I'll be fighting drones, and that should not affect my standing with the other factions, in theory, but we will see what I will do. We will see what I will do. As for the missiles, I finally did reload my missiles. I bought some faction missiles as well as standard missiles. Standard missiles when I don't really need to use the faction ones do have slightly better damage outputs. When I say slightly better, I mean in some cases it does feel like the damage output is kinda doubled. And this is the last ship of the first room, a Blood Raider Prophecy. I love how this thing looks. Now I don't know when have they changed the effects. When have they changed the effects of the missiles? In any case, no one is on the scanner. I use the scanner just to know if there is someone coming in to ruin the mission, or should I say to ruin the anomaly. Not mission. This is not a mission. This is a combat cycle, combat anomaly. The effects are beautiful. I don't know when they have added that, but that looks awesome. Okay, that's good. Now let me reload, and then I'll be going to the next room. So far nothing on the scanner. I used the directional scanner to basically see if someone is around. Last time when I did scan in the last video, I know that I saw that cruiser that kind of ruined the whole site. Basically, you have to follow a certain pattern. You have to shoot the citadel and then shoot the spawn. Basically, you have to destroy one ship, and then that will spawn a elite frigate that you need to kill. Now the last wave is a bit dangerous. Some of the ships have scramblers and webs, so they definitely need to be prioritized. They need to be the primary target. And that's exactly what I did plan to do. But overall, I am a long-range ship, so it honestly should not be a problem. It does have some good DPS, and in that regard, I am not worried at all. The good thing is, when I go and jump in the second room, the primary target will be the drone again, and the drone will also spawn more waves, but the drone needs to be killed first, since it will web you down, and the web is very strong. For the Blood Raider Watch, I did read on the wiki that a missile ship is recommended, or a drone boat, since they use tracking disruptors, so missiles are the way to go with the Blood Watch. It should be doable with other cruisers as well. I just prefer to use the Orthrus because it's probably one of the better ships that I have at the moment. The next ship that I'll fly is the Ashmo, of course, but for now the Orthrus is doing its own thing really well. So let's go to the second room. You can loot the racks if you like. Sometimes it does drop some good stuff, but I usually just go and try to clear the whole thing. You can bookmark and then return to loot the racks as well. That's also a possibility. Okay, well, here we go. The drone will be the primary target. Let me just burn away as quickly as I can. There we go, I got webbed. But the drone needs to be killed first, and then I can focus on the other ships. This is the only reason why I just focused down the drone first. It has nasty webs, and those webs can disrupt the process of clearing the anomaly here. I have to do some changes on the Orthrus, since obviously the capacitor is one of the aspects of the ship that are not really, well, the best. Although I can definitely live with this capacitor. I want to improve it. as I like to improve everything else. Okay, now the first thing and the primary thing that I have to do here is kill all the drones. Once I kill all the drones, I need to find the citadel, which is somewhere in between the cloud, somewhere in front on the screen. But the citadel needs to be shot. You can kill it, but the citadel itself isn't dropping the main loot. The main loot is from the elite frigate that does spawn from the citadel. You need to attack it in order to spawn the last wave. Technically, you can speed run this, but I just like to do it slowly, since why not? I think I don't have a ship that can speed run this. Basically, need something tanky that can just go in and clear everything. And as we all know, the Orthrus obviously isn't the tankiest ship out there, so I can't just yeet. I have to play smart. Still nothing on the overview, which is a good news. Means that I am not going to be disturbed this time around. And I'm playing this, I'm not really sure how accurate the game time is. I think the game time is not really that accurate. Sometimes it's +2, sometimes not. But I'm playing this at around 2 AM, 3 AM, 2 AM. Usually when I log into this game, because that's about the time when no one is able to disturb my peace. Although that's also not quite accurate, since my peace is always disturbed in one way or the other. But nothing beats a quiet and chill Eve night where I can just relax and do what I like to do. I need to double check what can I get from the Sister of Eve missions. I believe I might be able to get something good. And I mean, the missions can be quite chill. Just not really sure what ship I'll use for them. I do have a plan for an Astra, and I do have a plan for a Stratius, but right now I need to focus on ships that can tank. I don't have those at the moment. I need to focus on ships that can tank first, and then I will definitely focus on other boats. Now what do I need to shoot next? Let's see. Well, I mean, I have only like 5-6 ships left to destroy, not much. I have to be careful not to accidentally fly in. That would be funny. I have seen a bunch of faction cruisers get completely torn to shreds while running these sites, so I'm being very careful with what I'm doing here. So I still prefer long range over anything. I will see what kind of build I'll use on the Ashmu. I think with the Ashmu I might go with a long range build again, very similar to the Ashmu build that I have in Eve Echoes. I like the Ashmu a lot, and I'm very curious to see what I'll come up with the Ashmu when I build the ship here. I think it will be good. It should be good, at least. That's what I think. But we will see what will happen. Very hopeful for the ship build to succeed, to work just how this build works, although this build is ancient. I have seen this build like 5 or 6 years ago, I believe, maybe even before that. It's a pretty old build, and I'm very glad that it still works just fine. So 3 ships are left. Very soon the final, well, I mean very soon I'll just go and attack
A module has run out
the
of
citadel. Of course I'll have to reload and then be prepared. They have a hole on EM basically. That's why I'm using EM missiles, Mjolnir missiles. However, depending on, I guess, on the target, sometimes other missiles will be more effective, or should I say more useful for the other regions. The local is most clear. There's, I think, one player in local, and they are probably dog type, so I'm not going to be disturbed while running the anomaly. Okay, let's focus on the last 2 remaining ships. Local is still about to say. I do scan occasionally, just in case. I need to be ready if someone does attempt to warp in. I actually thought to change my build and have a point in case someone tries to steal my stuff. If someone steals, they should become red and you should be allowed to shoot at them, so basically a free kill. That's how it used to be. I have no idea if they changed something. But yeah, that's how it used to be. Still clear. Okay, that's perfect. Local 3, okay. Alright, well let me reload and then let's approach the citadel. Oh, not citadel, cathedral. Well, I call it citadel, although it's a cathedral.
Because natural
Well,
phenomena are disrupting
approaching it, now the next goal basically is to attack the cathedral, or citadel as I like to call it, and then I need to focus one specific ship, and then I need to focus the elite ship in order to get the loot. A dark blood ship should spawn, and that's basically the most expensive, or the pinata ship as we like to call them. That's what should happen, and hopefully it does drop some good stuff. It can drop some faction items, A types, B types, stuff like that. Stuff that I like to sell. I definitely do not intend to use B types or A types at the moment. Maybe sometime down the road, but at the moment I just prefer to sell that, since that's where the ISK is at. Sometimes it knocks out the park with the loot. Okay, well, approaching a bit more, and then I'm also planning my escape route, since I don't know how fast there will be, and I definitely want to have some distance between my ship and between the hostile ships. It is the smart thing to do. Okay, 63 kilometers is my maximum flight range. And open fire, there they have spawned. Now I need to find one specific ship that has to be destroyed. Basically, in order to get the elite spawn, you have to destroy that one ship. And I think that's the... Wait a second, I don't see it on the overview. I think let's see, militant. Where is the militant? Guardian, henchman. Where is the militant? I don't see the militant. The militant rat, or the militant NPC ship, is basically the ship that I need to kill first. A guardian. I think, yeah, there we go. I think I just messed up the overview. Add that space. There we go. That's the militant. Basically has to be focused. That one is to be killed. Last time the Vexor or Statius shot the wrong ship basically, and they ruined the site. Well, I'll focus on the militants, and that should spawn the elite ship or the pinata drop, and then I just have to kill it and the loot is secured. Okay, there we go. Where is the dark blood? Dark blood. There is the... I don't have it on overview for some reason. Again, let me find it. Well, it should have spawned, so now I can actually shoot at the other ships, but I think I'll see the elite frigate in a moment here. I love how dark blood, dark blood, dark blood. Where is the dark blood elite frigate? The elites have definitely spawned, that's for sure. Oh, there you are. Or actually... Nope, I didn't see it yet. Oh, there they are, there they are. Okay, okay. Dark blood, okay, found it, found it. Found it. Sneaky frigate. Okay, let's kill that one first. And there we go, that's the important wreck now. And now even if someone decides to steal or to come here, it's over. I secured the wreck. I secured the loot, so now, yeah, they can't do much about that anymore. Then now let me just clear the rest of the ships, and then I'll just loot the wreck, and then we can warp. But yeah, this is basically how the Blood Watch should be cleared, or well, at least how it is being cleared with the Orthrus. I know there's probably a different way on how to clear this, but this is just the way I prefer. And honestly, so far it's been working really well. I cannot complain about the clear time. It's pretty decent. So, which ship should I fly next? That's something that's been on my mind recently, because I honestly have no idea what should be the next boat that I should be flying. I will get the Ashmu, but besides the Ashmu, what is a different ship that I could be using? I've been asking myself the same question for a very long time now, and I haven't found a conclusive answer so far. Haven't found a conclusive answer because, I mean, a lot of ships do interest me, but limited E's came out. That's the problem. Just to clear a little bit, not many of these ships are left. And then we will check out the wreck. A couple times I actually got some really good loot that I sold, but lately I haven't had much luck with these sites. Even when I clear them, they usually don't drop much, or they just, don't drop the expensive stuff. But usually the loot's been okay. It's just not... It is just, not what I expected at first. But I can't really complain in the end, since it is still a Blood Watch, which can be kinda dangerous or difficult. And of course for the last ship I run out of ammo, but let me see what I have inside of that elite frigate wreck. Where is the wreck there? Oh, it did not drop anything useful. That's a very bad drop, unfortunately. It did not drop anything. That's a very bad loot drop. Oh well. Yeah. Sometimes you get something good, sometimes you don't. It's the same in this game and the same in Eve Echoes. Sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't. Well, that was the Blood Watch. This time I wasn't interrupted in clearing the Blood Watch. It was actually really smooth and was very good clear time actually. Didn't take me too long to do this. I definitely need to improve the ship, and I will improve the ship of course with time. I have ideas, and I definitely want to put those ideas to use. But so far I'm pretty happy with the Orthrus and pretty happy with how things have been. And well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.